Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ever Eugenia. If you're new here, karibu sana. And for those who don't know me, I'm Eugenia Gadoni and I'm a writer by profession, and I always like doing, videos pertaining relationships, life issues, experiences that I've had in life, just to be able to inspire you and just to make you grow. So thank you so much for tuning in. Karibu. Okay, without further ado, let me go on to the topic, which is how the narcissist, gains control over you. Sorry for that. So I'm sure by now you've seen my other narcissistic videos that I've posted before. So for narcissists, I see many people still struggling to be able to understand what a narcissist is. And as I've said before, narcissists are selfish individuals who only look out to serve themselves. They don't think about the other person, they don't have empathy, and they always do things that hurt other people, like without remorse, without having a conscience. You know, the way you have like human nature, like it's just natural for you to be able to see someone who's fallen down and to be able to just assist that person without even thinking twice. But for them, they don't have that at all. They don't have a conscience. They actually hurt the people that are closest to them even the most, and they try to put up this image that they're good people, that maybe they're helping out other people out there. They're the ones who are seen doing charity work. They're the ones who are always helping people, even in the orphanage, like children who are in the orphanage. They're always like trying to just put up this image of perfection, that they're the best people. So people are usually deceived, and if you're not careful, like you end up being deceived a lot. They're the ones who con people a lot, because you don't expect someone to behave like that, you see. So I think maybe that can help you like understand what a narcissist is. So let me get on to the topic. So number one, how they gain control over you is by gaslighting you. By this is gaslighting is when someone says something to you, and then they tell you they stop being sensitive. Maybe they tell you like, oh my God, you're so fat and ugly. I can't even look at you twice. You're just pathetic, and you're useless. So they tell you things like that. So you end up feeling bad about it. You end up feeling, you're low on confidence. You feel like your self-esteem has been affected. And then later on, when you confront them about it, or you ask them about it, why did you say that? You really hurt my feelings. They'll tell you, oh, you're so sensitive. I didn't mean it like that. I was just joking. I joke like that all the time with my, my other maybe friends or something of that sort. So they'll make you feel like maybe you're not, it's like you're taking things to sensitive. You're too sensitive. You're taking things to, like you're taking to heart so many things. You end up even questioning yourself. You end up feeling bad, and you'll end up just questioning yourself and all that. So that's what gaslighting means. Then the other point is crazy making. They do things that make you feel like you're going crazy. Like let's say, maybe they check out, like in my example, let me give you an example. Like there's a certain narcissist I dated, and we would walk around. I think I even mentioned this in the other narcissistic video. You walk around, and he would like spot other ladies, check them out. And I'm just looking at him like, really, you're checking someone out, and I'm just right here in your face. Like that's just so disrespectful. So when I would ask him later about that, because I was thinking, am I going crazy? Am I too insecure or something? So he usually made me feel insecure. He used to tell me, oh, you're overreacting. And I was just looking at them. I mean, I'm not looking about it. Like he would make it seem like it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like he was checking them out. He's just likes looking at people. And I'm like, I don't know how I believe that, but because it was so obvious. I remember him checking out so many people, checking out ladies, walking around, like obviously. But at that time, I think I was also blinded. So I just let it go. I'd let things slide for some reason. I don't know. So they'll make you feel like you're going crazy. So I'd question myself, am I going crazy? Am I imagining things? Is he looking at that lady out? Maybe I'm too insecure. And then you just, so I think to myself, like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe, so they do that a lot. Or maybe they even mess up with you, like literally. Like, let's say you put something on the table, like let's say it's an apple, you put it on the table, and then they come and remove it and place it somewhere else. So when you come back, you don't find it, and you're like, I thought I put a table over, and I put an apple over on the table. And they're like, no way, you didn't do that. No, you didn't. Like, so you can see how crazy they make you feel. And that's how they gain control over you and make you feel like you're losing it. And it's only like, as in them who can understand you. So that's how they gain control over you. So you don't blame people who are there, like stuck in relationships with narcissists. And that's why you find so many people are stuck. You're like, they're being abused. You're like wondering why can this person walk away, because they've been so messed up in the head, like they can't really even reason well, like to that point. So it's really hard. Like, I can't even judge anyone who's stuck in a narcissistic relationship. So the other point is that they isolate you. Yeah. So from the beginning, when they start love bombing you, they're grooming you to just believe that they're everything you ever desired in a man or a woman. If you're a woman dating a man, they'll just make you feel like this is the perfect man of my dreams. So they'll just paint themselves in the perfect person. Everything you want, they mirror you. They'll make you believe. They'll feature fake, make you believe that they're gonna marry you, paint a perfect image like you're gonna live in a, in a paradise, like they're gonna live in a big house, he's gonna build you a mansion, and he's gonna do this and that. Like, they make you believe in a lot of things they tell you. So they normally isolate you from even your friends, your family. So they'll begin by maybe even telling you don't even need to go, like even that from that maybe that cousin of yours is not, doesn't really care about you, they're just trying to use you. So they just plant seeds of doubt for you now to just avoid that cousin. So in the end of it all, you just find yourself, it's like you don't even have any friends anymore. So that's how they begin to like mess up with you and your self-esteem, and you just end up feeling like you can't live without this person, because it's like they're everything you have left, because they've made you chase away everyone, they made you just block out everyone. So by the time they're abusing you, even people can't come and defend you. You get what I mean? Because other people can be able to see from the everything they're putting you through, like they can be able to see it. Like when you can't be able to see what they're doing to you, they'll be able to see. That's why they try to just isolate you from them. Yeah. Then the other point is they project their negativity on you. So narcissists can be very, very, very negative. So let's say they just tell you something like, maybe I hate this, I'm just like, they just project. Let's say they say, like, they just really project their feelings. Let's say they're feeling like usually they don't have high self-esteem, so them themselves, they'll just bring it out to you. Maybe you're a positive energy person, you're bubbly, but then they have this darkness in them, so they'll just try and project things to you, like make you feel like you're not beautiful, like you're not, like life is not good enough, like life is not amazing. So they'll just project things onto you, your negativity onto you, and with time you can even find yourself being negative yourself. So it's really dangerous, like hanging out with narcissists, especially if you are seeing them day in and day out. Like the damage they can do to you is indescribable. So then the other point is word salad. They play around with words. So they create words that will confuse you. They talk one thing, they talk another, they do this, they say they didn't do that, I said this. They say one, like so many things that just drive you crazy, just to confuse you and to just make you feel like you're going crazy. Like, I think this is like at the other point of crazy-making. So they'll just make you feel like, they tell you one thing, they tell you another thing, like they just mess up with you, even to just confuse you. Maybe when you're confronting them about something they did, then they'll just tell you something else just to change this subject or something of that sort. So they're just crazy. Like, dealing with them can be exhausting, and if you're not careful, like you can even lose it. But there are so many people who've lost their minds, like, as in, it's crazy. Like, surviving narcissistic abuse is just, like, you have to be really strong in order to be able to just pull yourself out of that abuse and just move on and know that you're amazing and that you're worth it. Then the other point is nitpicking and making you feel small. So by, now that they're trying to just make you break your spirit, because that's what they do. They break your spirit in order for you to just feel like you can't do anything without them, you can't live without them. So they nitpick you, they make you feel like maybe there's something about you, everything you do, like you feel like you're walking on eggshells because you can't really please them. And then they'll make you feel small, like you're not good enough. Probably, like, let's say me, like I want to do this, I want to grow like in this, in my YouTube channel. Then they'll make me feel like, oh, it's not even good enough, you're not even, the conversation you're having is dry, you're boring, you have a boring personality. I don't think anyone will even subscribe to your channel. They just make you feel like you're not good enough. They even nitpick you on your body, on your shape, maybe on your size, your body size, everything, on your choices, like everything you just do, even down to even small things like meals. Maybe you've decided to pick a certain meal from the menu, then it'll be like, why are you eating that? Like, that's just dumb. Why are you eating that? Like, they just make you feel like you are just the dumbest person, that is the most stupid person. They make you feel like that. And that's where you find so many people are in, the narcissist gains control over them until they can't even decide anything for themselves. They can't even pick outfits. Like, they just depend on the narcissist to pick the outfits for them, food for them, just to make decisions for them, which is really wrong. Yeah. Then, now when they make you feel small, you'll want to work hard in order to in order to get the approval, which is really sad. So they'll make you work like in order to just please them, because they are so hard to please. So it is really twisted, I'm telling you guys. Then the other point is blame shifting. So they usually shift the blame on you. Let's say, as I said in another video, like they step on your toe, then they'll be like, no, why did you put your foot there? Why did you put your toe there? It's like an argument, like it's on you. Why did you put your toe there? Even if they hit you with a car, they'll be like, why were you standing there? Instead of them being accountable to like what they did, like they just shift the blame on you. And then you'll end up even being apologetic. Can you imagine? Maybe you're like there, you're hurting, they stepped on your toe, you're in pain, but then they'll demand an apology from you. Can you imagine how twisted that is? So that's the life you have with a narcissist. Like day in, day out, they make you just apologize for their mistakes, you see. Then changing the topics to confuse you. So let's say you complain about the behavior, because of course there's one point you feel like, no, I'm not being treated as I should be, and this is unfair. Like I'm not feeling like I'm good enough, maybe, I'm not feeling like I'm getting what I'm supposed to be getting. So when you complain about their behavior, they always bring up something else. Like maybe, let's say you told them, I didn't like the way you called me lazy last night. You called me lazy. You told me like I'm good for nothing. I'm useless. I didn't like that. Like I just prefer it if you don't call me such names. Then they'll bring up something you said, and it's something maybe you didn't even mean it maliciously. Maybe you said something like, you need to loosen up. Maybe you need to be more playful. Like just something silly, like you said, and they'll bring it out of context. And maybe you said it long ago, like years ago. They'll bring it up and now make you look like they're the person who said the bad thing. Like now they'll just change the subject and make you feel like you're the evil person and that they're the good person. So it's like it's so hard for them to just apologize and be accountable for what they did. If they made you feel bad, they don't take accountability. I don't know why, for some reason. Then the other point is that they smear your name. So they'll go out smearing your name, which means like they'll just corrupt your name to other people. They just talk ill about you to other people. They'll make you look like you're the one abusing them. So have you ever seen that people, when they're divorcing, you find like sometimes, maybe let's say it's the lady who was a narcissist, then you find like she will just paint the ex-husband in a bad image and make them look like the bad person. And in real sense, actually this lady was the one who was bad. So they'll smear your name to anyone who cares to hear, to your relatives, to your friends. So even your friends will start being like, did you do that? Like, how could you do that? You see, so it's really hard, like getting out of narcissistic abuse and just having to start over. Like it's really hard, because now they'll try and just mess up your name, and for people to believe that you're actually innocent, it's really hard. Then the other point is triangulation, which means let's say, for example, there's one narcissist I dealt with. I've told you I've dealt with several narcissists. So I'm really working on that, because I don't like that I have attracted narcissists in my life, but it's because I'm an empath. So that's why I've been able to attract narcissists in my life, which is very sad. But I'm trying my best to have like more boundaries and, to just be focused on like genuine people in my life. So anyway, so what this narcissist did when we didn't even really date, like it was just like getting to know each other. And so what happened was, when you're having a conversation, for those who don't know, I have a brand. It's called Team Kukatakubit. So I was trying to tell him about my brand. I started to tell him about my t-shirts. And then so now at one point I showed him a picture of a model that I had used. And then he was like, wow, hey, she has nice, let me not say the exact word, a nice chest, let me just say that. So that's what he said, and it was so annoying. Like I felt so bad, like, how could he do that? Like, how could he tell me that? But that's what they do, to just make you feel insecure and make you feel like you're not attractive enough. And they just mess up with you so that you can think like, it's like it's like the best gift like that ever happened to you. They'll make you feel like, without them you're nothing, and without them you can never get any other better person than them, and which is so sad. So I don't like how narcissists do that. for those are the points that I wanted to share, but I can give you a few tips. Maybe if you feel like the narcissist is trying to make you feel like you're going crazy, you can record. If you can record like the conversations you're having, that will be able to show you that you're not doing something wrong. And maybe if you can play it back, you'll be like, okay, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. So you can be able to know what exactly happened. So just focus on that, and just be able to, just be yourself, and don't be tricked by the narcissist, because that's what they aim to do. They aim to just make you feel like you're small, make you feel like you're not good enough. So just try and just avoid that. If you can be able to detach from that narcissist, detach completely, because they'll end up destroying you, destroying your self-esteem, and it can take even years and years to recover. I've not really seen, but I've had like online, I've seen like on some other channels, like I've seen so many people have stayed in relationships for like 20 years and they've been unable to just come out of it because they've been stuck in that relationship, narcissistic relationship. So I'd urge you to just be careful, and if you can detach and get away from the narcissist, then well, the better for you. So thank you so much for tuning in. This has been your girl, Ever Really Junior. Until next time, toodles.